Hey guys, how you doing out there? Hey, I got stuff I want to talk to you about, but I got to get past these snakes right here first. Give me just a second. Let me come around. Okay guys, glad I caught up with you. So this is Intrepid Exotics. My name's Tim, and we're going to talk really briefly today about cohabiting snakes, about keeping them together, letting them interact with each other and things like that. Seen a couple questions and comments come up about that recently, and just wanted to touch on that, kind of throw my 2 cents out there. There's a lot of people that have got a lot of things to say about it. You hear people say absolutely not, under no circumstances, do you? And then you'll turn around and you'll see videos of, Jay with 20 foot long articulated pythons and Burmese all flopping around all over the place. So there's kind of 2 sides to the coin. And you can realistically, I mean, you can compare it to going out to dinner, having a couple glasses of wine, and then trying to decide whether you're gonna take the Uber home or whether you're gonna pick up your keys and jump in the car and try and drive and see what happens. Most of the time you're probably gonna be able to get in your car, make it home, not kill anybody, not get a DUI, not go to jail. Most of the time you'll probably pull that off. But the potential for something bad happening is really there. And it's really the same way. You're taking the same chance when you try putting your constrictors together, if you've got them out interacting with each other and so forth. And you may be able to do it every day for a month, for a year, for 10 years, and nothing ever happened. But on the other side of that coin, I have seen where come breeding season, you go to put a male in with a female, and females are typically twice the size at least of the males when you're breeding them. And female just doesn't feel like it, gets a hold of the male, injures them, kills them, maims them. I've actually seen somebody post a photo not too long ago of their pied female who had gotten bit by their male. And this poor snake, man, it was a gorgeous gray and white pied. And what had happened was the male got a hold of her like this, wouldn't let go, and the female just started working her way through, working her way out, trying to wiggle out of his mouth. And 3 or 4 slices all the way up the length of this, all the way through the skin down into the muscle. And and that was from attempting to breed them. We've got to put our snakes together if we're going to get them to breed, of course. But as a general rule, it's really not good practice. You'll even see ball pythons fighting each other and things like that from time to time. Granted, like I said, a lot of you out there, you may have 2, 3, 4 different snakes of the same species, of different species that you've got out roaming around all the time and stuff like that. But my personal opinion with my animals is I don't do anything that's going to risk anything bad happening. And I've had to pull one snake out of the mouth of the other one before, and I just don't want to see any of my animals getting hurt. So me, as a general rule, as an absolute rule, actually, I have my snakes out one at a time. I don't ever house them together. Don't ever put them in the same tub together. Don't let them out commingling with each other and things like that. And it's just because past experience and some bad things that I've seen happen. There's a good possibility that I could let them all out and they'd be perfectly fine interacting with each other, just ignoring each other, whatever the case may be. Nothing bad could happen. But then there's also the possibility, that my big male ends up getting angry, getting triggered or something like that, and takes a stab at one of the other snakes. And if he gets a hold of one of them, he's going to hurt him, and he's going to hurt him bad. And whatever kind of animals that you've got, you've just got to keep that in the back of your mind, that it's cool to have them out and have them out together and all this other stuff. Makes for a good photo opportunity sometimes, but just kind of keep that in the back of your mind that it's always possible these guys could have a bad day, something trigger them, and they latch on to each other. The flip side of that is, you'll see just videos of rattlesnakes and so forth like that in the dens where they've got dozens and dozens of them all crammed in there together. You see a lot of garter snakes, huge communities of them and whatnot. So, you know, some of those, and you just got to research the individual species. But as a general rule, if you're thinking about having your animals out and interacting with each other like that, from my perspective, it's a do it at your own risk thing. Because like I said, you may be fine a dozen times, you might be fine for a year, for 5 years, but that one time that you've got your animals out and one of them gets a hold of the other one and kills it, that's going to be the time that you're going to ask yourself, was it worth it? Probably not. So again, guys, just take it with a grain of salt. That's just my opinion, but I've seen too many bad things happen in order to risk it with my animals, so I'm going to suggest that you don't risk it with yours. Again, if you guys like the videos, get subscribed, get notified when new content comes out. You guys are what makes this whole thing work, so the more subscribers we get, the faster this whole thing's going to get rolling along. The more content we can put out, the better content, the better animals we can get involved in it, the more people we can work with. So definitely get in there and click that subscribe button and then keep up with us as we're putting stuff out. So you guys have an outstanding day, and I hope to see you again soon on Intrepid Exotics.